Hey everyone, welcome to GameDev. I'm ElBahi, and today is a very exciting day. We are introducing the game we are working on, and the game which put our souls in it for the last, let's say, 2 years. Please excuse if the sound is not very good, because the moment I recorded the interview, this is what all I have. So we started it in some improvisation like that, and we gone with it till the end of the. Without further ado, please welcome my game dev partner and dear friend Jean-Philippe Huguet. Let's get started, comme on dit
Vas-y,
chez
ouais.
nous, hein, vas-y. D'accord, je vais regarder la cam. Ben on y va.
Digimal. Ouais, vas-y, vas-y.
Okay, so what do you want to talk today? What's the subject? What's the most impressive thing that
Okay,
we should talk
so
about?
first, I'm very pleased to see you today,
Yeah, me
ElBahi, my
too.
friend. So
Okay.
the topic of the day is the thing that I would like to create
Mhm.
another level in Unreal Engine
Okay.
to practice and test many
Yeah.
different features I intend to develop.
Okay.
Uh, but I don't want to do that right now in the town because the town is something
Mhm.
pretty
So when you talk about the
flexible.
town, you mean the level we have made so far. So
Yeah,
yeah, you're talking about the level I made so
it's
far where we
sensible.
have the city. Yes.
I prefer to do not use it as a space to make tests because I have
Okay.
to crash a lot of things.
Yes. Yes.
So I
Sure.
don't want to crash the town, so,
Yeah.
or
Look, but
create
you
bugs
know
without,
we can. Sorry to interrupt you. So we can always do
yeah.
something like doing a duplicate of the level. Okay. So you don't have to imagine that you are in the town to develop anything. You see. So in
Yeah,
my opinion,
I
but
have
you're
to
free.
work with
But it's up
intelligent
to you. You see,
artificial
yeah.
intelligence. So I think for the first test, I just need the basic level,
Okay. Hmm.
factory made in Unreal
Yes.
Engine, third-person
Hmm.
shooter, and try my different tests in there.
Hmm. Hmm.
Input some meta humans,
Hmm.
not rigging, but oh yeah, rigging there eventually, but not.
Hmm.
I mean. Create a link between
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
characters I import and the database,
Hmm.
you know.
Hmm.
Uh, Thus, the
Yeah, I
database
remember about the database. Yes.
the
Hmm.
game engine knows which character
Hmm.
of the game is the person I have in front of my character,
Hmm.
which with I can talk to.
Hmm.
So he knows his name, he knows his secrets, he knows everything he can,
Hmm.
tell about the case because it's
Hmm.
police investigation. So we
Hmm.
have to investigate and ask to people what they know. Some of
Hmm.
these people want to lie,
Hmm. Yeah,
and
sure.
all the things the engine,
Hmm.
our engine, our game engine need to know that.
Hmm.
So I have to make a lot of different tests to make it work well.
Hmm.
I already made a lot of tests in the same area,
Hmm.
so I can manage almost the main things I already know how to do that. But I have to mix that with artificial intelligence. We can
Hmm.
have already made in Unreal Engine,
Yes, yes.
and displacements on the map.
Hmm.
Because the character are going to hide themselves. We have
Yeah,
to
sure.
find them in the town. So I have to make all these tests, and I
Hmm.
prefer to do that in a very simple environment.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure. Hmm.
when it works, one
Yes.
character by one,
Hmm.
almost, I
Hmm.
put them in the town and verify that there's no
Hmm.
crash problems or, I
Yeah,
don't know,
I think it's okay. I think
quality
it would
problems.
be a great idea after all, because we never know. Okay, things tend to crash, things to uh, get buggy when we start to put on various object on the level. So I think it's a safer way to do the things. So this way I will focus on completing the town in the level appropriate for the town, and in your let's say scope, you just try to finish the meta-humans of the characters of the game. So the thing I would suggest is that we start by doing some priorities, but because we are already something like 2 years, maybe more, something like
Well,
3
yeah,
years.
maybe more.
Yeah, maybe too
You
much more,
consider
let's
all
say.
the
Yeah,
different,
because I don't count the Godot version. So because mainly most of the people who are following my channel already know that we started the game in Godot. So the things took, let's say the game was almost finished. I recall that you already almost finished the game in
Yes,
Godot.
but it was not exactly the same game because if
Yes.
the mechanisms are pretty close, it was a 2D game, which
Yeah. Yeah,
in
sure.
I tried to put some 3D features,
Hmm.
and but the 3D features in Godot don't work on huge scales. So
Yes,
Godot
yes.
made a lot of mistakes in pathfinding and things like that.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I didn't want to recreate features
Yeah, sure,
for
sure.
correct the pathfinding in Godot and things like
Yeah,
that.
so
So
sure.
I follow your advice to
Yeah, yeah, sure. I think
focus
so.
on
The thing is that it's my
how are you
my
yours?
yeah,
Uh,
sure, thanks. Yeah, yeah, you already offered the opportunity to work on a game, so I already thanking you for that, and I think it was a great, let's say, great adventure. The
yeah,
thing that is that it is taking, let's say, a long time because we are already two people working on the game. So
yeah.
my advice was in the first place that we don't have to reinvent the wheel, you see. So regarding the pathfinding or the AI or the 3D, Godot is greatly a great engine. We can't say otherwise, you see. It's totally free, it's a good engine, but when it comes to production, when it comes in 3D, and maybe I will make many enemies for myself by saying that. But I think Godot is not really suitable for huge environments, even if that it's coming to becoming more
Especially
regular.
for sandboxes and the
Yes.
huge environments, because
Hmm.
this we have 1,000 people in the town, and
Hmm.
each one has a schedule, and
Hmm.
they have to go to special places. Every one of the 1,000 people know their name, know their addresses, their workplace,
Hmm.
the place where they eat at
Hmm.
noon, etc. It's so we have to move all this character in real time in the game, and Godot couldn't clearly not do that.
Yeah.
He made
So how do you
too much mistakes, and so
mhm.
well, it
So
was not
what
durable
do you think, except for the
to
characters?
practice
What do
that
you?
in
Yeah.
Godot. So if we want to do a sandbox on a big scale, we have to use Unreal. I think there's no other way.
Okay. So to what do you think is the next steps? So
Maybe I
what do
lost
you
you.
think
I don't have
for
any sound.
you don't you're sure? You okay? Are you listening? One, two. Hello. I don't know why. You okay?
Il y a eu un problème.
Il y a un problème là? Tu m'entends plus? Ah merde, t'es sérieux? Pourquoi il marche plus là ce con? Attends, je vais arrêter déjà l'enregistrement. So we were in dividing the work. So you just work on the meta humans, okay, for the characters of the game, and I continue to work in the town regarding the environment level design. So
Oui.
what do you think that we should go in priority for this year? Okay, so we already have some good experience with Unreal, with procedural tools. I think we are okay with
I think
blueprints. So what do you think about it?
yes. I think we have to do a new milestone, because the previous one was far away from now.
Hmm.
So we have to maybe set different objectives. Maybe
Yes.
one per month, for
Hmm.
example, and be very accurate about
Hmm.
production, and you know, because we have this year to communicate with the major editors, or
Yes.
maybe you know, indie developer, no developers, indie editors,
Yes.
which can be interested in our project and maybe want to produce it with us.
Mm-hmm.
So we hope that this is the objective.
Mm-hmm.
So for that we need two things or three things, I think, to start in maybe February or March. Very very in the, not too late. I mean, it's the very
Mm-hmm.
latest moment to do that in the end of March.
Mm-hmm.
So we need three things. We need to have MetaHuman implemented with
Yeah, sure.
a correct
Mm-hmm.
kernel, you know,
Yeah,
very
because actually the one we are seeing in the devlogs is an ugly face. Yeah, so it
kernel
was
is
just there to put the mood. It was not really a definitive character to
yeah,
be in the
kernel
game.
is
Yeah.
the shadow of the game, the not the shadow, the window.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like in Windows Shop of the game, and we seen when we made the previous demo that
Mm-hmm.
everybody looked at kernel instead of looking at the
Yes,
town,
yes.
because the demo
Yeah,
was
it
about
was
the
a
town.
disaster.
We
Yeah,
were
I
very
remember
very
that.
proud of the town. We want to
Yes,
show it.
yes.
And,
Mm. I think it was a
people, we
bit early to show it
yeah,
actually
maybe it was a
yeah.
test. We have to do
Mm-hmm.
tests to see if the product
Mm-hmm.
is good or not,
Mm-hmm.
to attract people, because
Yeah, sure.
the fact that people are attracted or not is the
Mm-hmm.
key
Mm-hmm.
for interest
Yeah, sure.
editors.
So, from my
So
experience, sorry to interrupt you, but we were all focusing on the corner, which was being made with Mixamo, a very outdated technology to go with the character creation in the first place. So, when you see the main, let's say, uh,
yeah,
yeah, the main technology, what we do have now. So naturally, the Mixamo character seems
we
very
have to
outdated. You
specify,
see,
we have to specify one thing, that
yes,
you're very specialized and focused on environment design,
yes, yes,
and
yes,
I do most the gameplay and the scenario. And for
yeah,
the characters, we hoped to have somebody to help us. And
mm-hmm,
at the moment we talk, we don't have.
mm-hmm,
So we have to do it ourselves.
mm-hmm,
Okay, so
yes,
we tried different methods to do as far as we can for now. So we tried with Mixamo, we tried with other
mm-hmm,
the factory character in Blender, in sorry, not Blender, in Unreal, that
mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm,
converted and customized in Blender. But in the end, we choose the solution of MetaHuman. So
yeah,
now we,
naturally, yes, mm-hmm,
or we go ourselves, or someone come to help us. But anyway, we go to with MetaHuman, and
yes,
this is the first of the three things we have to do
yeah, I
to
think so.
produce a demo, a playable demo
Mm-hmm,
for the
mm-hmm,
editors. If you want them
yes,
to sign us, or
mm-hmm,
maybe produce us or
mm-hmm,
accompany us, I don't
mm-hmm.
know.
So,
So
sorry to interrupt, but in our last talk, I remember we are about to, let's say, the demo, okay, but we needed to focus on finishing one set of the town, for example, one street, or let's say one district, one lot, where we do have, for example, the level finished from, let's say, is already there, but he need, let's say, more fine grain, let's say, enhancements and adjustment to the level, so we make it more credible. All do so. What I think is that what we should do is that to focus on that. So what I will do, like we said in our last talk, I will continue to work in some region, some area of the town, okay, and meanwhile, what we should do, or what you
yeah,
should do, I think, is that once we do have, let's say, 3 or 4 characters, meta-human characters, which are going with some scenario, let's say some
Yeah,
gameplay, we should implement that. Okay, so this is sorry
I think you
for
have a call.
yeah, sorry for that.
No,
Okay,
no, sorry.
so I just I put it in
Yes, yes, I
yeah.
think we have to do a vertical slice, and it
Yes.
means not all the time, but we
Hmm.
prefer to have just one district really well done, and
Hmm.
3 or 5 or 10 characters, and not 1,000, really
Hmm.
well done, and
Hmm.
scenario playable, maybe 10
Hmm.
minutes, or I don't know, not all
Hmm.
the hours, procedural things, and also the other
Hmm.
assets and features we could need
Hmm.
to have this vertical slice, because this is what we have to produce and present to interest
Yeah, sure.
partners.
I think yeah. I think the main thing is that we should have something playable. I think we should focus on that. So in our next session, that's what we should do. Okay. So
Yeah,
we need to finish an area of the town where we do have all the things lined
yeah.
up and good to say.
That's your
Yeah.
part.
Yes. Yeah. Sure.
I said we have three things in my
Yes.
head.
Go ahead with the two others.
The three things are first the MetaHuman implementation,
Mm-hmm.
second the gameplay implementation
Yeah. Sure.
playable, so for this vertical slice, even
Mm-hmm.
if it's really short, but it has to work well. And the third one is the I don't know, crime environment,
Mm-hmm.
with all the objects,
Mm-hmm.
the assets, and
Mm-hmm.
all the things which are connected, especially to crime.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the yellow ribbon,
Yes. 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 Sure.
yeah, the clues and the ground, all the
I
things.
don't know if you do have that in the in Megascan, but if I'm
No, I
mistaken, we
can
should.
do that almost,
Yeah.
in Blender, because they are not especially
Yeah. Yeah.
complicated. If they
Not
are,
so
we
complicated
find
assets.
them
Yes.
in the Unreal shop.
Mm-hmm.
So for a gun, for instance, if
Yes.
we need a Colt, or I don't know, something
Mm-hmm.
a bit difficult to modelize,
Mm-hmm.
I think we can buy it in the
Yeah.
Unreal
Sure. Sure.
shop. So,
Mm.
well,
Yeah.
quick
Sure. Sure.
start.
Look. I don't think it would be some let's say difficult thing to do. Whether we do it ourselves in Blender or we buy assets from the store, I think it's a minor
Yeah.
issue. I don't think it would be so difficult. The main thing is that we should have the characters because there's some work out there. So I think you're very specialized. You already done that in Blender, so you are more experienced than me in that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
there's
think I
another
give you all my
little.
yeah. Mm, yes.
It's about the stylization, because we
Mm-hmm.
don't want to have the basic, if I say so,
Yes. Yeah. Sure.
metahuman characters.
Mm-hmm.
We have so stylized in
Mm-hmm.
the POE, the artistic direction
Mm-hmm.
we imagined.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to do a bit of customization on the
Mm-hmm.
characters, and
Mm-hmm.
on different things. Yes, because the stylization is maybe very important to
Yeah.
do,
Sure. Sure.
to say
Yeah,
less.
sure. Yes, I think Poe as a game should have his own, let's say, design, his own,
Ambience, yeah,
yeah, his own art direction
graphic,
because that's what's make you difference from the, let's say, competition.
or,
Okay, so I think
or
yeah, it's very important. It's an important aspect, let's say, of the gameplay and the visual, let's say, of the game. So I think I think it's okay. We already have our main goals for 24 for the next year, and
yeah.
I think it would be great because we already done so much work already in the game, and I think it shouldn't be so difficult to have
Yes,
let's
most of
say
the
some
tests.
results.
So
Yes.
we now have to implement and try. crash test to
Yes.
verify everything work well and do as
Mhm.
we think.
Mhm.
But it should go well.
Okay,
That's,
let's say. Okay, I think I'm very optimistic about that. Okay, so I think with the all our experience, modest experience. Okay, I think we should be good to go to make our game finally come to life.
Mhm.
The only thing would be that you must focus on, let's say, the demo, because we can't realistically finish the game as we are now. You see, it's almost impossible to have this
No,
capability, yeah, as we
you
are
can
now.
compare to games like LA Noir or
Yes.
GTA or
Mm-hmm.
Witcher. Yeah,
Yeah.
we are just two people, so
Yes. So yeah,
we
I
are
don't
not
think we
one
should. Yeah.
500 team,
Yeah. Yeah.
on
Yeah.
10 years to develop such a game. So we have to do what
Mm-hmm.
we can
Mm-hmm.
to produce the dream we have about the game
Yes.
we want to
Mm-hmm.
play because we want to play it. It's
Yeah,
not going
surely
to.
that's the most first thing we should do. I think we're not. We should think. We can't think like a big company. You see, so we have to, let's say, put a limit to
Be
our.
creative,
Yes,
be
yeah.
very
So we
creative.
should we should put some limitation to what we are doing, and it's
Yeah,
the only way to make something doable and something great, and try to not go in the burnout way, and try not lose the fun while doing it.
yeah,
So I
absolutely.
think we should continue with our
We keep the
own
momentum.
rhythm. Yeah, we keep the same rhythm of the development of the game, and
Yeah,
I think if you took advantage of what Unreal Engine as all the capabilities, all the possibilities that the game engine offers, I think we should be good to go. Yeah,
yeah. I
so
think, I
that's not
think
that's
so.
not. So, is there anything else we should talk about? I'm not sure, so you can tell me.
For me, it was the important points I had in head. So maybe
Yes.
you have something to add, but
Uh,
for me,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah. I think the most we should focus, like you said, in the demo. Okay, so I
mhm.
don't really have anything else to put to what you already said. I fully agree with your vision, and we should continue like that. Okay, we should continue with these meetings. Okay,
Mhm.
and try let's say each week have deadlines of realizable and doable things. I think we should continue with that. Continue with this rhythm of continuing with the meta human, let's say, which is the first priority, and me
Mhm.
continuing, like I already started, continuing to finish the town and focus on one region of the time to finish all the level with all the details intended to finish. So I think we should be good to go. So I would like to thank you and for the guys that are joining us. This is, let's say, a brief introduction, because the first time that we invite Jean-Philippe in the channel. So and for those who doesn't know, Jean-Philippe is my partner in the game we are developing,
I think that
and yeah, so he's in Paris. I am in Annaba in Algeria. There's the Mediterranean Sea, yeah, between us. And thankfully, we do have these technologies to make us, let's say, near. And actually, Jean-Philippe for me is more than, let's say, a partner or a boss. Okay.
yeah, you're my
For
friend. I
yeah,
hope
yeah.
you're.
So is a dear friend to me, and I think with the process of working in the game, we become friends more than partners. I think it's really important to notice this. So it's more important than just doing the game. I
Yeah,
think that when you have something like a buddy, carrément, to work with, okay, I think it's a great thing. It's a great, yeah. We should continue with that, buddy, and we should continue to have it in that. So what I will tell you, Jean-Philippe, thanks for all. Thanks for your coming with us in this channel. And if you have some, maybe you have something to tell to our subscribers to the channel or anyone
keep up
else.
the good work. I think you are in good hands, and keep to follow the tutorials. My friend,
Yes, sure.
yeah, sure. Because they are good.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
That's
thanks
nice.
for your attention.
Yeah, okay. So I think
Yeah.
it's Jean-Philippe, thanks again. Thanks a lot for all your support, and I think that's it for this interview. So I will tell you bye for now. Je crois qu'on l'a dans la poche là.
Voilà.
C'est bien.
Ah ouais, puis si tu veux, tu rajouteras une présentation toi après.
Ouais,
en
bah
avant,
ok.
quoi, à l'avant.
Alors je veux juste voir
Après,
si
c'est
c'est
bon.
ok, parce que là, du coup, au moment où j'ai commencé à enregistrer, ça a un
Avoir
peu
chaud, en
bugué. Ouais, c'est en train de
L'habillé
bouger.
trop chaud.
Non, normalement pour un live, tu devrais être très léger, ça. Mais fois, c'est toi qui vois, hein. Voilà. Ok, c'est pas grave. Moi, le seul problème que j'ai, c'est que je suis en train de regarder. Je suis en train de regarder là où il faut pas, tu vois. Si tu vois,
Oui, bah c'est pareil, moi il faut que je regarde la caméra en fait normalement.
Oui, donc essaie de regarder la caméra. Mais en même temps, c'est...
Je vais
Regarde
essayer
là.
de regarder la caméra comme si c'était toi.
Non, mais là, je te vois direct. Il faudrait être... pour avoir un temps... il faut parler de face directement. Il faut que j'oublie que j'ai ma miniature à côté, tu vois. Et...
Moi j'ai des tas de petits bonhommes.
Mhm.
J'ai des tas de petits bonhommes, j'aimerais bien en mettre un sur la caméra, comme ça ce serait lui que je regarderais, tu vois, ça aurait l'air plus naturel. Mais j'ai pas de petit bonhomme qui s'accroche, ça c'est bête, hein. C'est bête.
C'est dommage. Non, mais c'est pas
Non,
grave.
lui, peut-être le faire. Non, il va glisser.
Tu sais quoi?
c'est dommage.
On va faire un test là tout de suite, ok? Regarde direct, voilà. Non, mais essaye de me voir directement dans l'écran parce que ça va être beaucoup plus simple, tu vois.
Ah bah,
là c'est
je
bon,
peux, mais-
là c'est bon, là c'est bon, là c'est bon.
Oui, bah c'est bon, c'est normal parce que c'est la caméra que je regarde, c'est pas toi en fait. Toi, t'es là, en fait, si je te regarde comme ça. Tu vois.
Ah, d'accord.
Et là, du coup, je suis plus face cam. Si je veux être face cam, je dois regarder la caméra. C'est pour ça que je vais
Alors,
mettre un petit peu
tu
dessus
peux
pour
m'aider
appuyer.
pour mon truc parce que tu me dis si c'est moi aussi si j'ai le même truc que toi ou pas, tu vois.
Attends, alors dis-moi. Vas-y, regarde
Là,
regarde-moi
Là
sur
je te
l'écran.
regarde direct sur l'écran là.
Ouais, non, ça fait genre, t'es en train de travailler sur des fichiers, quoi.
Ah d'accord, et là.
Et là, bah là, tu regardes la caméra, évidemment, donc ça va.
D'accord, donc on va essayer quand même de cadrer cette caméra. Bah écoute, on va regarder la caméra et on oublie en fait qu'on est en train de se regarder.
J'ai un truc pas mal, mais je sais pas si ça va tenir, mais ça pourrait.
D'accord.
J'ai réussi à mettre un petit bonhomme sur la caméra, donc là si je regarde le petit bonhomme, en fait j'ai l'impression de te regarder, en fait, donc je peux te parler.
Moi, comme j'ai pas de petit bonhomme, je vais parler directement l'autre.
Avec des cornes. Hein.
Ok, so let's get started, comme on dit chez nous, hein, vas-y. D'accord, je vais regarder la cam. Bon, on y va.
Ouais, vas-y.